Today, I want to talk to you about housing. It's a huge issue for our country, and one that our new Prime Minister is determined to do something about. As your new Community Secretary, it will be my #1 priority. But before I do talk about that, I want to start by paying tribute to many of you in this room, our excellent Conservative councillors and local leaders. Working at DCLG, I am more aware than ever of the huge amount of work that you do. You're often the unsung heroes. You give up your time, your sleep, your shoe leather. Sometimes it may even feel like you're giving up your sanity. And you do it not because you seek riches or rewards, it's because you care deeply about your community. You want to make it a better place. Well, I want you to know that I recognize the hard work that you do, and I appreciate it enormously. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank my brilliant ministerial team, Gavin Barwell, Marcus Jones, Andrew Percy, Nick Bourne, and our superb PPSs, Rebecca Harris and Rebecca Powell. Thank you for the work that you all do. Thank you. Now, over 2 months ago, Theresa May gave her first speech as Prime Minister on the steps of 10 Downing Street. She made it clear that our priority as Conservatives must be to ensure that Britain is a country that works not just for the privileged few, but for every one of us. She's absolutely right. And if we are truly to achieve this, then building more homes is critical. The first house that I remember living in was 107 East Street, Bedminster, Bristol. Well, I call it a house. It was actually just a small flat above my parents' shop, a 2-bedroom flat. All 7 of us, me, my mum, my dad, 4 brothers, all squeezed into 2 bedrooms. I also recall a while back, soon after I became Member of Parliament, in a select committee, someone who was giving evidence said that by modern standards, I was actually homeless. Anyway, my point is this, that having a safe, secure home is so important. It's not just a place to rest your head. It's a place to live your life. It's a place you could call home. Now, over the last 6 years, we've made a lot of progress. My predecessors at DCLG, Sarah Pickles and Greg Clark, have done a huge amount of work. Massive investment in housing, a wholesale reform of the planning process, new legislation, right to buy for housing association tenants, and so much more. And the results are there for all of us to see. Since 2010, annual housing starts have gone up by some 30%. Almost 300,000 affordable homes have been provided in England. And more than 330,000 households have benefited from schemes like Help to Buy and Right to Buy. And we've doubled the housing budget to more than £20 billion over the next 5 years. That money is allowing us to embark upon the largest government-backed house-building programme since the 1970s. So I'd like to pay tribute to my predecessors for all the hard work that they did. But let's be honest with ourselves. There is still a long, long way to go. Far too many young people cannot get a foot on the housing ladder. Many are being forced to live back with mum and dad as rents soar faster than wages. Here, in Birmingham, in 1997, the average house price was just under 3 times average income. Last year, it was more than 5 times. 1.5 million households contain at least one adult who says he or she would love to buy or rent their own home, but they simply cannot afford to do so. Harold Macmillan, he put it best more than 90 years ago. Housing is not a question of conservatism or socialism, he said. It's a question of humanity. Tackling this housing shortfall isn't about political expediency. It's a moral duty. And it's one that falls on all of us, not just in Parliament, but on businesses, in local government, and in local communities. I'm not afraid to stand up here and say that this country has not built enough homes. We have to be honest about it. Now, in the last year of 4 records, we managed to deliver more than 170,000 additional properties across England. It's not a bad number, but it's far fewer than we need. We need to do much better. Everyone agrees that we need more homes, but too many of us object to them being next to us. We've got to change that attitude. So my message today is clear. It's time to get building. The big developers must release their stranglehold on supply. It's time to stop sitting on land banks, delaying build-out. The home buyers must come first. Almost 280,000 planning permissions were issued over the last 12 months, and I want to see every one of those permissions converted into homes as soon as possible. Local leaders must be prepared to make the difficult calls, even if sometimes they're unpopular. And so must MPs and councillors. Of course, there are sometimes valid reasons to oppose some local planning applications. If they're in the wrong place, if there's not enough infrastructure, or if they're just plain ugly. But all of us, we all have a duty to think about the long-term consequences of every decision that we make. As elected representatives, we are here to take the right decisions, not the easy ones. Ultimately, we have a responsibility to build more houses. A responsibility not just to our constituents, but to the next generation. It is for that reason that we are going to take some unprecedented steps to open up the market. First, today, we are opening up a massive £3 billion Home Builders Fund. This major package will help us build more than 225,000 new homes and will create thousands of jobs up and down the country. It will also help us get more SMEs building, it will encourage custom builders, and it would allow developers to build the infrastructure that is needed to support new housing. Now, second, we will pilot a new initiative, accelerated construction on public land. We will take government-owned land and we'll partner with contractors and investors to speed up house building. We will create new supply chains using things like off-site construction. And we will encourage new models of building to make houses that people want more cheaply and at pace. These measures will allow us to get started on some 15,000 new homes by 2021. We will get more homes built more quickly. Third, we will bring forward a package of measures to encourage urban regeneration and to build on brownfield land. We want to radically increase brownfield development and bring life back to abandoned sites. That means delivering high-quality housing for families, bringing new energy to our high streets and town centres. It means abandoned shopping centres being transformed into new communities and increasing the density of housing around stations to build homes that people want to live in. These are just 3 initiatives. They are just the beginning. We will publish a housing white paper later this year with further significant measures, all helping us towards our ambition for 1 million new homes by 2020. But this is also action here and now. And I think it shows that we, together, that we mean business. You see, we are the party that is willing to take difficult decisions, make the hard calls, in order to build a better Britain for everyone. If we choose popularity over progress today, we are betraying the voters of tomorrow. But we need to remember that it's not simply houses that we're just building. It's homes. It's places for people to live in, to grow, to raise a family. We're not just putting roofs over heads. We're creating communities. And that's why it's so important that as we build these communities, we don't just impose our will from Westminster. That's why I'm proud to be continuing with our ambitious devolution agenda. Having elected mayors will help us put power firmly in the hands of local people exactly where it belongs. And there could be no better candidate for the West Midlands than our very own Andy Street. Where is he? Congratulations, Andy, on your nomination. We're backing you every step of the way. Now, Andy is the perfect candidate because he understands the local area, he understands the local economy and local communities. Labour, on the other hand, don't have a clue what communities are all about. And they don't support home ownership. And they certainly are not capable of getting the houses we need built. Let's just take a look at their track record. Under Labour, house building fell to levels not seen since the 1920s. Under Labour, in one 12-month period, just 75,000 homes were started. Under Labour, average house prices almost doubled compared to average wages. You see, the truth is, under Labour, targets were missed, waiting lists grew longer, and more homes stood empty. And they have the audacity to lecture us on housing policy. Outrageous. But there's a difference between them and us. They want a society that's dependent on the state, rather than a state that serves society. That's why they've always opposed right to buy. Of course, it's very easy to dismiss home ownership as a bourgeois aspiration, especially from the comfort of your multi-million-pound Islington townhouse. Emily Thornberry. Remember her? The champagne socialist shadow foreign secretary who cringes when she sees the English flag. She already owns at least 3 houses worth a total of £4 million. And yet, she wants to stop working people from owning the homes that they want to grow up in, raise families in, want to grow old in. The hypocrisy is quite something. But you have to remember, Labour are the party of dependence. They always have been, and they always will be. So I say to all Conservatives, let's get Britain building. Let's build the houses that the people of Britain deserve today. Let's build the homes that our children and our grandchildren will need tomorrow. Let's build on the legacy of Macmillan and Thatcher. Under our Prime Minister, Theresa May, let's build the houses we need to ensure that Britain is a country that works for everyone. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.